morning, boys and girls. Today we are on Unit 7, Week 3, Day 4. Now there are 2 pages that say Day 4, and we want to make sure that we are doing the correct one. So the page that we're not going to do, and this is in your physical book, and this is also for the one online. For also online, it's probably going to be slide 6. We're not going to do slide 6. Instead, we're going to do slide 7. So at the bottom, the one you're not going to do, it'll say Unit 7, Week 3, Day 4. The one you do want to do will say National Ed, Unit 7. So you want to look for National Ed, Unit 7, Week 3, Day 4. Okay? So we are going to compare and contrast the two paragraphs, A Dinosaur Named Sue and A New Discovery. So we're going to reread paragraph 17 of A Dinosaur Named Sue and paragraph 4 of A New Discovery. We're going to compare the important point that each text makes, record the text evidence from each. So let's go on and get started with our very first text, which is A Dinosaur Named Sue. So in your book, you should be on page 33 if you have the actual book. Or you can go on Clever, log on to Benchmark, and click Unit 7, and you should be on page 33. Same page, okay? And your Investigate the Past book. May 17, 2000. This journal has been in a box for almost 10 years since my summer with the 2 Sues. I pulled it out tonight to add one last entry. I saw both Sues again today. The T-Rex is now on display in Chicago. Pete, Sue, and I are happy that Sue has a place of honor. Scientists can keep studying the bones, and people from around the world can visit the largest and most complete T-Rex ever found. Sue is a big attraction in the Field Museum Hall of Dinosaurs. Sue is 40.5 feet long. Experts think that this dino might have weighed 15,000 pounds. The bones alone weigh 3,922 pounds. Whew, wow. So this dinosaur is now in the Field Museum Hall of Dinosaurs. Boys and girls, this is the actual Field Museum website, and I went on there and I am looking at the actual dinosaur named Sue. So if you go to fieldmuseum.org, you can actually go and look at the T-Rex, and I will put the link down under the video today. So if you want to go explore that, you absolutely can. So just like the text that we read, this is a picture on the fieldmuseum.org website that shows the actual picture of Suzanne Hickerson, and she is the one who discovered the bones. One thing that's really cool about informational text is that it's true. So one thing that I like to do, I like to really do my research and look it up on the internet to see if I can find any more information on it. So again, this is found on the fieldmuseum.org, Sue T-Rex. So Sue's skull is displayed separately from the rest of the skeleton, allowing scientists easier access. So this is the actual skull, the head of the T-Rex. So before we read A New Discovery, which is located on page 34, let's go back to our closed reading booklet, our workbook, and fill in some of the text evidence from A Dinosaur Named Sue. Okay, so let's write the very first text evidence that we found that was really important in that passage. First, that they displayed the T-Rex in Chicago Museum for other scientists to see. Also, this made it a primary source. Now, people could go and visit. People can visit, and it will be a primary source not only for the scientists, but for the visitors of the museum. So, great job. Let's make this a little bit bigger so you all can see what we're writing here. We want to make sure it's clear, which is why these are typos today. We probably need to just look over. Make the text a little bit smaller so we can fit everything in there. Okay, perfect. There we go. So it's displayed in Chicago Museum for other scientists to see. Now it's a primary source and other people can go see it. Perfect. Now before we do the middle, we're going to go to the other passage. We're going to read that paragraph, which was paragraph 4, I believe, and we're going to write our findings here, and then we'll go to the middle and answer that. Okay, so let's go on to look at A New Discovery. Okay, here we are at A New Discovery. Remember, that's on page 34. You can find that in your physical book, Investigating the Past, or you can go on the Clever, log on to Benchmark, and it will be on page 34. So scientists put the bones back together like a puzzle. Now they can learn about this king's life. They have so many questions. What was this ancient ruler like? What happened to the lands he ruled? What was life like in Egypt during this lifetime? The answers to all the important questions will add to what we already know about Egypt from a long time ago. So this passage, or this short passage, was about mummies and tombs and pharaohs and ancient kings. Not about dinosaurs, but still about skeletons. And so the scientists, just like the dinosaurs, they put the bones back together to do what? Now they can learn about the king's life. They can learn about the life of the king by looking at the bones. So let's go back to our closed reading. A dinosaur named Sue. I went ahead and added they put bones together because once I read A New Discovery, and in the first sentence it talked about how scientists put the king's bones back together, I said, that also happened in A Dinosaur Named Sue. So it just got me thinking, and I wanted to add that text evidence over there as well. So over here in the New Discovery, it's in green. Scientists put the bones, I'm gonna make it bold so you guys can see. Scientists put the king's bones back together, and this allowed scientists to learn about his life by studying the bones. So you can look at the bones and you can kind of see what he ate, what type of work he did, all by studying the bones. If he was healthy or not, all of those things could be found by studying the bones. And this was also a primary source. So when we look at these two columns, and remember a column goes up and down, we're looking at A Dinosaur Named Sue, and then we are looking at A New Discovery. What point does each text make? What point does each text make? Let's start out. Let me start you guys out. Well, both columns mention that these two things are a primary source. So, primary source can help scientists bones are a primary source. So a primary source can help scientists what? What can they help scientists do? You have to fill this part in. So I'm going to leave that part for you to fill in. And bones are a primary source because, and then I want you to fill that in too. Why are bones a primary source? Why are bones a primary source? So you're going to have to go back in our earlier text and you're going to have to think about what a primary source is. What is a primary source? And then at the bottom here today, you're going to answer the exit slip, and it says, think about the two texts you've read. What idea do they have in common? So basically the same thing right here, and you can add that sentence right here at the bottom. So all living things die eventually. Scientists study ancient civilizations. Bones can help us learn about the past. If you dig, you can find entire skeletons in the ground. I think one of those lines is gonna go right here. So your answer to the exit slip will fit perfectly right there. Remember, you're gonna drag this circle and you're gonna pick the correct answer. All right, boys and girls, well, that concludes Unit 7, Week 3, Day 4. You guys have been awesome. Tomorrow's video is going to be very short because we're going to do a little bit of writing. But please come back, tune in, and I'm so happy you guys are back from a spring break, ready to learn. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck filling this out. I know you can do it. Bye.